Yeah, I got some Leafer here.
Ooh,
Yeah, love that liquid death tea.
nice.
I'd love to get sponsored by them someday, but that's probably not going to happen for a
A
litany of
year.
months.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Being generous.
If the first recording of this is anything about that, yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
well, yeah. I mean, Derek, what are you talking about? This is the first time we're recording this.
Is it really?
Yeah, there wasn't a previous attempt that will be lost to the
Huh.
internet archives forever because it doesn't exist and I deleted it already.
It was just a manic episode, fever dream, if you will.
Yeah, it never happened.
It never happened.
Instead, thank you for joining us on your night off. It's your boys. It's Alex. It's Derek. We're flying as a duo today. We got no Walsh.
Nope.
But we got plenty to talk about that we didn't talk about just a little while ago.
Exactly. Stuff we've never heard before,
Yeah,
potentially.
this is all brand new.
All of
Never
it.
before seen. Oh god.
Oh, the craziness of recording
Yeah,
and content creation.
you gotta love it. I'm gonna say let's just start right back up where we started last time, and we
Fair.
gotta talk OG Red Power Ranger Austin St. John. Uh,
Yeah.
Homie went off the deep end on a recent podcast, talking about his clothing line. It's got something to do with warriors. Wanted to put quotes from people on both sides of history, and said Hitler was a demon on steroids, but he had some good one-liners.
I just think it's crazy. He went from, being a mighty person in the Power Ranger universe and morphed into the White Power Ranger. It's just so goddamn awful.
Yeah, I enjoy your wordplay there.
Thank you. I got there in the end.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna try and be fair about this. I see what he probably intended. No, there's no good side to this.
There's no good side of
It's all
this.
bad. It's all bad.
When you say Hitler was a demon on steroids, that sounds like a compliment.
It does.
And you don't compliment the failed artist who committed massive atrocities and massive genocide.
Yeah.
You just once you go fash, man, like you eventually get into that territory. It's wild.
Yeah. There was something I remember about reading about him, like just these past couple of years, he's starting to get weird and a little bit more pro-fascist and ultra right wing, which
Uh-huh.
is a sad path that it seems like the less relevant you become as a celebrity, the more likely you are to go down this path. I mean, look at Rob
Yeah.
Schneider.
I knew you were gonna say Rob Schneider. I knew it. Someone will probably yeah, him too. Wow. God, that stand up that he did, everybody was like, "What the fuck?" Like it was just bad. Like it was just bad. Like it. I don't know, man. Like don't get me wrong, Jim Brewer, kind of a niche thing from back then. Like didn't expect much from him in the now, and what we got did not deliver.
No.
Did not deliver.
I mean, to be fair, he hasn't been relevant since Half Baked.
True. True. Oh man, there's just so many. It's insane. It's I don't get it. You'd think like if you wanted your career to keep going, uh, you wouldn't say dumb things.
No. Um, I think it was the OG Pink Ranger Amy Joe Johnson who said on like Twitter or something like that. It's like wow, some people need a PR person.
Yeah. Shout out to her too, man, because like she's been having to fight stuff like this on the daily now.
It seems like it. She has been one of the ones who's kind of like stayed somewhat relevant these past several years. I'm pretty sure she's a working actress on
Mm-hmm.
some regular weekly show. It's like the Chicago Fire or like Chicago PD or something.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah, network.
Blue Bloods or something. Yeah.
Uh, and she's had to comment on people talking about the now dearly departed OG Green Ranger, Jason David Frank, who
Yeah.
he's had people speaking on his behalf now since his passing.
Which is wild to me. Like, let him rest.
Yeah, I mean, look, the dude was in the spirit of wrestling a carny.
Oh yeah.
All these years, because he was always working. He was always working on people.
Oh, dude, totally. It's unfortunate because he was near the end, like he was a Red Ranger, and that leads into the idea that the Red Rangers are cursed.
Yep, I think it was one of the Red Rangers from like Dino Thunder or one of the later years, somewhere in the early 2000s. Yeah, he was the one who was arrested for manslaughter for killing his roommate with a samurai sword.
Yep. Yeah, it's wild, man. Like, don't get me wrong, Power Rangers itself seems to be cursed in many respects, at least the early days. But Red Rangers have it cornered. Like they have the market cornered on this.
I mean, they've been around for 30 years now, so like there's no escaping. Like over that period of time, there's gonna be some dark spots that pop up.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. It'd be weird if there wasn't, honestly.
Yeah.
But man, killing your roommate, going down the fast bash or the fast route, and needing to get bashed, like I don't know, man.
The bowling of the OG Blue Ranger, what's his name? David Yost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The passing of the Yellow Ranger in her prime. Pink Ranger, Johnson. Didn't she leave because she was battling, I believe, an eating disorder and like the anxiety and the destruction that fame causes.
Well, maybe, but like that was a made-for-TV movie. We watched that in high school.
Oh, is that what that was? Yeah. Oh man, that I'm not gonna lie to you. That was just put in my brain as to the reason why she was gone. No joke. No joke.
No, but I do believe that she is in like AA or something. Like she's sober currently. She's been like a year sober or something like that. Like she was
good for her.
Some addiction. So good for her, yeah.
Yeah, good for her. Yep. That shit's a struggle, man. But still, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was burned in my brain as like a core memory. A core memory.
Yeah, no, dude, that was like a made-for-TV movie they made us watch in high school, where she was like
God
that had an eating disorder. It was like
that, yeah, like yeah, okay, yeah. This is literally my headcanon. This has been my headcanon for like decades now. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm googling this right now. Amy Jo Johnson in anorexia movie.
Oh my god, I'm just
Perfect Body TV movie 1997.
Wow.
Gymnast. Yeah.
And so my kid brain for some reason thought that was like real or some shit then, and it was burned as a core memory. That's amazing. That's hilarious. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to that movie though, because girl, I thought that was real apparently.
Apparently very effective.
Very effective.
Yeah.
You're a good actress. Oh man. Wild.
Yeah.
Wild. But yeah, I think she's awesome. The fact that she has to deal with this type of stuff now on a daily basis is wild to me. I feel bad that she even allows herself to do this.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like we should say this right now and screw the people trying to make a profit off of David Frank's, memory.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, let him rest. Let him rest.
yeah, I mean, the dude's probably up there with Virgil right now at the convention in the sky, setting up a table, trying to get $20 off people for a photo.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And he's signing all sorts of shit.
Oh, dude, everything. He's cutting up old costumes, giving people like little 1x1 squares for like $50 of like old suits.
Yeah. And if you give him an extra 25 while you're standing there with him, he'll even play the dragon flute sound on his phone for you.
This fun.
While he stands there and gets a picture taken with you.
He doesn't even have the prop. He just
nope. Just the app on his phone.
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, dude. Okay, so speaking of fallen past and people that have fallen out of the public eye, Jake Lloyd, baby Darth Vader, little once Anakin Skywalker. As people may or may not be aware, he left the limelight of acting pretty quickly after Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And people thought it was like bullying or something of like that nature that made him never want to act again. And turns out no, dude's just been going through some shit. Starting like the early 2000s, he was having some behavioral issues, and then he had some run-ins with the law. Turns out he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. It's in his family history. His mom was recently doing an interview to kind of give an update on how Lloyd is doing now that he's halfway through an 18-month stay at a mental health facility. Reportedly, he's doing much better than was expected. And, she wanted to kind of run through just the stuff that he's been dealing with since basically, we last saw him in the public eye. He had some run-ins with the law. He had some... I think you mentioned before there was like a car chase.
Yeah,
he pretty quickly after the Phantom Menace came on, he started feeling the signs of what was happening to him. There was behavioral changes. He quoted as reported as saying he was seeing people with black eyes that weren't there. Lots of just terrible stuff for the poor bastard. I feel really terrible for all the things that he's had to deal with.
Yeah, I know I said this before, but in a sad way, I kind of wished it was the bullying rather than this because that's more manageable. Not saying that schizophrenia and other things like that aren't, but I feel like bullying would have been the lesser of two evils. Because he's gonna, because we were speaking earlier about how he might have been misdiagnosed as a child, and that might have led into some of this stuff. Because wrong medications and the like, because it's typically like a concoction of medication that is constantly fluctuating in the levels to try and keep up with you. Because as you get older, your body's always changing and everything. Yeah. But the fact that he's already halfway through this 18-month and he's doing good on that, man, kudos. Keep it up. You're doing great work. I think you said before that he doesn't hate Star Wars.
No.
He actually, in fact, it's the opposite. He is still a Star Wars fan and has been watching some of the shows and everything. Honestly, I would love to see him back one day. Maybe as a different character or something, but back one day.
Yeah, I mean, I just want the dude to, be able to live his life and not have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
According to his mom, he was a fan of Ahsoka, the TV show.
Love that show. It's a good show.
Yeah. And I think she said for his birthday or something like that, they went to go see Wonka.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And he enjoyed that. So
cool.
Yeah, good for him. Like, I really wish him the best.
Yeah, same.
Like, I feel so terrible for like everything that he's had to like endure and live through, and I'm just thankful like he's getting help.
But yeah, like I just want him to be happy. I want him to live life to the fullest in whatever capacity that is for him.
Yeah.
But again, I would like to see him come back. I would like to see because I mean we saw Hayden Christensen come back.
Yeah.
It'd be great. It would be great.
Speaking of Hayden Christensen, apparently he's got new representation or a new agent or something like that. So it looks like he might be staging like some more acting in the future here too.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
I would love that. I've always thought he was a good actor. He just kind of got the short end of the stick for playing Anakin for a while.
Yeah, and
Same thing with I mean anyone who plays this character seems to get some flack, so
yeah, I mean, he was okay in what was that other movie he did? Was it Jumper or something like that?
Jumper. Yeah, I thought Jumper was pretty good.
It wasn't bad. Like it wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't like an assault on the senses or anything like that. But you know, it was fine. It was serviceable.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, that's fine. Like that's something that's fine for like watching on like TNT on like a Saturday afternoon. You know?
Yeah. I want to say I saw it on FX a bunch,
Yeah.
which also makes perfect sense. So
It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
but yeah, no, I mean, especially since he's come back, great. I loved him in obviously the Obi-Wan show, but I think he was better utilized in the Ahsoka show.
Oh yeah, he was very good in that. Like I totally appreciated him coming back, and like he put his whole ass into that performance. You know?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That that made me really realize how little respect we had for him back then, and how much he actually deserves, man. Because like, oh, he's such a good actor, and this role is like it's him. It's both of these people, like
I mean, it's
even
also
though
James Earl Jones.
yep, yeah, like this character I hear different voices depending on what age I'm thinking of this character, and the pictures, the faces that I have is always of those three.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And you know what? I don't. At the end of the day, I do not blame the backlash of his performance on him in the prequels. I
No,
lay
yeah,
that
same.
at George Lucas because
Yep.
the one thing George Lucas has never really been good at is been at directing people.
Yeah. He his dialogue could be better when it comes to interpersonal relationships because an inner dialogue coming out. Because man, that the I hate sand is such a meme.
It really is. It's coarse. It gets everywhere.
Oh, and man, it did not have to be a meme.
Yeah,
It
but,
could have.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know who is pretty good at like talking about getting his characters and his actors the right performances, but they're talking about sand. I would say Denny Villeneuve and Dune 2, which you still haven't seen.
Mm. Yeah. So I've not seen that. Gonna happen. I am gonna commit right now to maybe seeing it this week.
Maybe seeing it this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna commit to that. It's a hard commit.
Hans Zimmer.
I know, man, but like Christina hasn't seen it, so I gotta get her caught up on Dune 1 first. Like, and she's a book talk girl, so you would think like she would love to read some crazy stuff, but it's not her niche.
It's everyone's niche.
It's everyone's niche.
Yeah, dude, it's about sandworms.
Dude, that sandworm's mouth looks like a toothed butthole.
Yeah, that popcorn bucket is oof, oof.
It's a one way. It's a one way.
Yeah, I'm thankful that the local theater that we went to did not have that popcorn bucket. Nope, I'm just gonna stick with my standard one here. My little guy, I'm good with this.
Good. I'll even take a bag, please, to ensure this doesn't happen. Thank you. No, but I did. I did see Oppenheimer though yesterday, and so now that that one's out of the way, I can get her to see Dune 1 more easily.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a natural progression to go from Oppenheimer to Dune, of course.
Yeah, it's a sequence of events. You see the failure of humanity uh, in Oppenheimer, and then you move on to the failure of what looks like humanity but isn't humans out into the universe.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
No, Dune. No, Dune. They're humans.
Oh, they are actually humans? I just thought they looked human.
No, that's just like that far into the future.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, then humans.
Yeah, it
Humanity.
still look pretty much the same, unless they're
Pretty
doing
much.
the guild navigators.
Hmm. Question.
Yeah.
Which shielding do you prefer? OG Dune's shielding or new Dune shielding? The body shields.
Yeah, the force fields.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think I'm gonna go with new because it's less
Okay.
distracting than the old school one. You know.
I love the old school one because it's very distracting. And I am a toddler at heart. So I'm like, ooh, pretty colors.
You know what the old school Dune, the David Lynch Dune has over this one?
What?
Battle pugs. Fuck.
Hell yeah.
Stewart, just he's got that pug under one arm and the gun on the other.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Man, I might watch OG Dune now.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, not right now because we're doing this, but you know.
no, we'll just pause doing this right now. Go watch David Lynch's Dune, and then come back to this.
Okay, I'll be right
All
back.
right, let's go.
It's a bit.
It's a bit that nobody's gonna get except for us, and it's only to entertain us.
Hooray.
Yeah. Speaking of newer movies, though, you see the trailer for the new The Crow remake?
Yes. Yes. With Skarsgård.
I like Bill.
Yeah.
I do.
So do I. So do I.
And who's it cast alongside him? Twigs? Is that her name?
Oh, maybe. Not gonna be able to tell you yes or no on that one.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Nobody asked for this movie. Nobody asked for this movie. It's been like 16 years of development now, and we'll see. That's what we're at. We'll see. I might give it a shot. I might not. I don't know at this point.
I will see it. I will see it. I saw the first one and the second one. I like both. The first one's obviously the best one, but I'm a schlock guy. I like schlock, and this seems very schlocky to me.
Look, I'm just saying. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna pay money to see it.
Oh, I no. This will come to Netflix or Hulu or HBO Max or something very quickly, and that's where I will watch it.
Yeah, and
where I'm still technically paying for it, but I'm paying monthly.
Not the same.
Yeah,
I was wrong before. There is 3 sequels.
Oh my God! So there's 4 altogether.
Yeah, there's 4 all there. There's the original one, 94, starring Brandon Lee.
Yep.
There's
R.I.P.
City of Angels, starring Vincent Perez. I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah.
What is this guy?
Never knew his name.
Yeah.
I never knew the guy's name. I just watched the movie.
Yeah. Bunch of movies
because
I
it was
did not recognize except for Queen of the Damned.
Well, like Brandon Lee was technically still in the second one.
Was he?
He just yeah, they like use scenes from the first one.
Oh. But he is not playing the same character. He is not Eric Draven in the second one.
Huh.
Something. Oh, it's got Iggy Pop and Thomas Jane.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean,
as themselves.
You know, it hit. in the 90s, the first one. It was huge. I saw it in theaters, actually.
Yeah.
Great freaking movie. Like that comic booky noir kind of style. Love it.
Okay. So, I told you Edward Furlong is in one of the sequels.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
who's also in it?
Who?
David Boreanaz, Angel.
Uh-huh.
Tara Reid.
Is this pre-surgery or post-surgery?
2005.
That's around the time of the surgery.
Also starring Dennis Hopper.
That is not a name that I expected. What?
Yeah, featuring Tito Ortiz. And,
Nice.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, my boy.
Yeah, we got
Love.
a lot of people that were in these movies that I had no idea.
It's like it's the same thing as like with the WWE movies we talked about a few weeks back. Like when you hit like Marine 4, Marine 5, like stop.
Yep.
Just stop.
It's you don't need to keep doing it.
Just stop. Yeah. Like after Crow 2, you're done, brother. Like don't get me wrong, this is more of like a remake kind of sense. Like this is falling in line with like, Lion King and shit probably. So weird to somehow unite Lion King and The Crow together, other than coming out around the same time.
Kind of lines up.
Yeah, kind of. Weirdly enough, but yeah, we're in the remake era, and you know what? I'm gonna watch it for the schlock because I'm expecting it to be schlocky and corny, and I'm at the very least I'm hoping it is. So,
I mean, I'll watch it when it's on streaming, and that's
Yep.
about it.
Yep, that's when I'm gonna watch it too.
Yeah,
I will not pay.
but kind of fun how everything comes around. How Bill Skarsgård as the Crow looks like Darby Allin.
Yes, yes. I know I quipped in a manic episode earlier that never happened. That it's like lining up with Sting's retirement. Weirdly enough,
Yeah,
like I don't want to say the two are connected, but it's like it almost feels like they're like, oh, Sting's retiring. We need to throw this out there.
I almost. I think I saw that like principal photography started like 2 years ago, but this movie's been in development hell since like 2008.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they have been willing to keep trying for this long. But hey, Deadpool was dead on the shelf for years
Yeah,
and had a resurgence because someone accidentally leaked the test footage.
yes, accidentally.
Accidentally.
Quote,
Yep.
unquote.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what we're sticking to. That's what we're sticking to.
As long
Yep.
as we're talking about unconfirmed rumors and Deadpool, apparently Henry Cavill has been accepting a role in the MCU, and he's going to be a Wolverine variant in Deadpool and Wolverine.
You don't say.
I don't say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oops. Alleged.
Alleged. No, this is pure speculation. This is from like just some random guy on like Twitter or something like that, who's like a known leaker of.
I was gonna say, yeah, the guy's known to have some to hit some home runs. So
Yeah. Which
um,
I'm all for Henry Cavill having a bit part in a Marvel movie. Personally, I would have preferred like a Captain Britain. I think that would
Same.
have been pretty awesome because that's like a reoccurring character you can bring back. But a Wolverine variant, why not?
hey, if it works as a Wolverine variant, you can go one of two ways. You can make him the new Wolverine after Hugh Jackman says, "All right, now I'm actually done,"
Yeah.
or just cast him then as for the non-variant version as he's actually Captain Britain or something like that, which I would also love to see. I think he would be great for that.
I mean, we all saw like John Krasinski as a alternative Reed Richards. Now we know it's going to be Pedro Pascal, but still,
Well, and that makes me wonder though too. Was that just a toss up for Krasinski for the short term, and he actually has a character in the long term they're going to end up actually putting him in as,
I mean,
and that was just a variant version.
it's possible, but I mean, like, it wouldn't be the first time that they've reused the same actor before.
Oh yeah, true, true. I just wonder about it because when you're talking variants and all that, like they were talking, there's like all that talk about Tom Cruise playing Iron Man.
Yeah.
Uh, like you can get crazy with it. So
Like, there was something I read the other day about there was an actor that was willing to come do uh, a movie or a role for Marvel, but their like condition on doing it was they wanted to work with Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
huh.
Yeah,
I mean, he hasn't necessarily said he would not come back. It would just take a lot of money.
yeah, it would. I mean, I think one of his friends literally told him, like, yeah, dude, you should totally do Iron Man again. Just get as much money out of them as possible. Get a gazillion dollars from Marvel.
Yeah, seriously, because you know if they bring him back, they're gonna fill seats, like
Yeah.
guaranteed.
Oh yeah, and like, okay, let's go into this real quick here with Marvel and their current performances. Like, I know some people have been really down on the current phase of Marvel, but it's been up and down
Hmm.
the entire time it's existed.
Yeah, thank you. I was gonna say there's a lot of hits, but there's equally a lot of misses when you go back,
Thor
especially
2?
when it's the Avengers. Yeah,
Yeah.
the core Avengers have some bad movies. Iron Man not excluded. Don't get me wrong, three has had a resurgence in people's lives and liking it more.
I
But
I was a Iron Man 3 defender from the beginning. I love Shane Black movies.
yeah, like, it's a good one. The one you can't defend easily though is two.
Sam
Two's
Rockwell,
a
dude. Sam Rockwell.
he's the only good part of that movie, really, because he chews it up, man.
He
He gets
does.
super hammy. It's so great.
I enjoy Mickey Rourke in that though too.
It's just
Wonderful.
like of the three, it's the weak one.
Yeah,
And
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
and with Captain America, the very first one's the weak one.
Yeah. Well, that's
Uh,
because Winter Soldier hits so hard, dude.
dude, so good. I was hoping they were gonna keep up with that kind of style too.
Hmm.
Um, it's a banger movie. It's a standalone. That's a standalone.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of that, there's the was it? I think they might be changing the subtitle, but the working one was Captain America: New World Order.
Hmm.
The one that's currently in pre-production right now, or actually they might be doing filming right now. I can't remember what stage they're at. They might be in post-production for all I know. Shit. Um, yeah, Seth
Yeah.
Rollins was supposed to be in that. He's playing a
Oh,
member of the Serpent Society, but apparently that's been cut from the movie.
really?
Yeah.
Dang, that would have been awesome.
Yeah. Uh, for
Oh, that would have been great.
yeah, for people that don't know, the Serpent Society are like C tier villains. They're kind of like
Hmm.
imitation GI Joe Cobra enemies that all have like different snake themed like powers and things like that, and
Uh
they
huh.
exist to get beat up. So I would have loved
Yep.
to have seen that.
I would have too, man, because it would have been. Oh, dude, he would have been so good for it.
Hmm.
He would have been so good for it. Then, and it's funny too, because that's like the short that I made for WrestleMania, my
Yeah,
prediction for night one.
dude.
Uh, dude, dude, I would have loved that, man. Like, don't get me wrong, you don't want to just put in any wrestler. Like, people got like DC got lucky with John Cena in many respects.
Well, he had
Uh,
Vince, dude.
yes, and I feel like they had the perfect role for him.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I'm gonna give some credit to James Gunn for
mhm.
knowing what he's looking for when he's casting people, but I'm also gonna give credit 100% to John Cena because like everything I've seen him as an actor in, he's knocked out of the
Mhm.
park.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I
mean,
agree. He's a
Trainwreck.
really good actor. Yep.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Shit, Peacemaker the show,
Ooh,
where it's like it's a show. and yet you're getting the same level from him.
Yeah, I always go back to that scene where Vigilante walks in on him crying. doing face exercises.
Doing face exercise.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
on the subject
great
of
show.
Marvel unceremoniously cutting people from their products, X-Men 97's showrunner got shit canned a week before the premiere.
Right, that's so wild to me. Wild to me. I still don't know why. I haven't seen any sort of sanitized press release come out about why.
No, there's
I don't know if we're gonna.
I don't know if we will. The current completely unsupported allegations. The one thing I saw was there was a rumor going around that he allegedly had an OnlyFans page.
Yes, and it was like he did weird stuff on it.
I don't know if he. Who knows?
I don't know. I haven't looked. I'm not paying for that. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, because like the only other real complaint that people had was that Rogue lost some cake in some of the re-edits of scenes.
Yeah, the only people that would be upset about that are, asshole little incels with.
Yes, which is weird because like I wouldn't even have noticed until I saw it pop up that someone like made a meme out of, and it's like why? Like who cares? But that's really the only other controversy that I saw.
Yeah.
Controversy.
That's not even a real controversy. I mean,
Yeah.
You know how these little asshole, pretend alt-right fascists like to do? I mean, they like to find reasons to hate things.
It's like everything that they do is it has to be layered in a level of hate and a level of discontent. Otherwise, they just bitch and moan the whole time.
Yeah, it's fueled by pure hatred of anything that they see as a slight against who they are. Where they invent things to be angry about. I mean, we didn't even talk about this before, but SweetBaby Inc. and GamerGate 2.0 as it's been.
Yeah.
Like these people are going out there and creating problems that don't exist. Like what I think it was called the Steam curated page was SweetBaby Inc. Detected was the actual title of it that existed, and it was literally okay. For people that don't know, SweetBaby Inc. is a narrative consultant company. I believe they operate out of Canada. They promote diversity, equity, and inclusion in video games. They're just hired on as consultants during different stages of development. Primarily, they focus on the narrative and the pre-production stage. They've worked on games like the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. They worked on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. They worked on God of War Ragnarok. All of this was listed on their website. And people have been there's been a conspiracy theory that's erupted that games are failing because of them and their forced inclusion of wokeness.
Which is wild to me because it's like gaming has always had a spot for the underdog, for the minority group to be able to be expressed and seen. And it's only grown as time has gone on. It's always been this way. It's just that these are things or people that these people directly hate and don't want to see it in their video game culture. Because like we've been seeing this kind of bitching since more and more main characters have become women.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, that this character doesn't look exactly like you. Boo fucking who? This looks like somebody else though.
Yeah, and let's face it, there is a disconnect in their brains about this, from the get-go. Because there have been female-led characters in video games for as long as I can remember. I mean, let's go back. Metroid.
That's the first one I was gonna say too. Because imagine if the reveal that she was a woman happen now, these people would have their fucking minds explode.
Yeah. Now, something that I think is important to touch on, like before, like the Steam curation group or whatever showed up, the SweetBaby Inc. has advertised what games they've worked on since the beginning. They've been very transparent about that. It wasn't until this Steam group was formed, and like there was a Discord, I think, that was also formed, that they started getting harassed.
Yeah, and it's weird too because like with some of these games, it's like, well, what effect did they even have on this game? Like, what are you complaining about? Like, kill the Justice League. Where can you see their effect on the game? The game just fucking sucks.
Exactly.
Like what are you talking about?
Like, they're not the ones that are deciding that these are going to be games of a service and are going to be microtransaction to fuck.
They're fucking consultants.
Yeah.
They consult. That doesn't mean you listen to them.
Yeah. The one thing I will lay some blame at them for is they kind of did a Streisand effect thing where they called attention that the Steam group existed and were trying to get it removed. And that's kind of on them. They should have been quieter about it. I think there was like a lot of like public posts on like Twitter and stuff like that. They should have just been like reached out to Steam directly and been like, hey, just so you guys know, we're getting some harassment. We think it's from this direction, maybe.
Yeah. Imagine if they had done that instead, because you wouldn't see Matt Walsh out there trying to co-opt this bullshit to try and get more of his nutjob fascists angry.
Yeah. And like, let's face it, dude, like the original like Gamergate, God, that was a fucking travesty.
Yep.
That was embarrassing.
It was absolutely embarrassing. It showed the extent of to how much misogyny is still in gamer culture. I mean, we knew it was there, but man, did it put it up to the forefront. Oh boy.
And like the echo chamber that formed from that has just it's become so toxic.
Oh yeah. Absolutely toxic. Like it's basically like the imagine the worst Call of Duty lobby you could ever be in. And times that by at least 1,000. By at least 1,000.
Yeah, because there's the racism, there's the misogyny, there's the trans exclusionary stuff. It's everything. Like
it's absolute bigotry.
These people get like their assholes twisted into knots over like a pride flag appearing in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. You know?
Yeah, it's wild to me. These are the type of fuckers who get mad at a character named Morph being like non-binary and being androgynous.
Yeah.
A character named Morph. They morph.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. How are you mad at this? What the fuck? It makes no sense to me. Like, they get mad when a character is all of a sudden not a white male anymore, and it's like, brother, superheroes are meant to be seen by other individuals so they can see themselves. The demographics are changing. We're gonna have different skin tones and stuff, which is for the better.
Like, it's just as simple as, like, hey, there are other people that also play video games. We'd like to see them represented too. Simple as that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, it's so weird to me. It's so weird to me. Why not be more inclusive to make more fucking money?
Yeah. Like, I don't understand the gatekeeping aspect of it at all.
I don't either.
Like, nope. Like, I think I saw there was, like, a post on, like, Twitter or the X, now formerly known as Twitter or something like that, where some dude was, spouting off of, like, these games are teaching people it's bad to be white. And I'm like, what fucking game?
What game?
Fucking game has that angle, that has that story beat, has anything along that line?
Yeah. Like, unless this is like some sort of game where you specifically must target white people and eliminate them, I don't understand what the fuck this is about, because that's not what's happening.
Yeah. Like,
it's just a more diverse fucking community that's buying and playing these games, so they want to be seen in these games too.
Yeah. Like, those are the people that complain that Wolfenstein is woke, because you
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I know. It's wild to me. We're at a point now where literally, like, people are pissed off that you get to kill Nazis in a video game. How long have we been killing Nazis in fucking Call of Duty and shit? Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Dude, like straight up, that is the beginning of like all like first person shooters was like, hey, you know what's a great enemy? Nazis. Nobody feels bad about killing Nazis, and nor should they.
Nor should they. Like, no. You fucking bash them motherfuckers. If you are sitting here defending fucking Nazis, you're likely a fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. I'm sorry. But like these fucking assholes like fucking Tim Pool and who tries to take these center of the road like non-answers and non-positions, all he's doing is trying to further promote this fascist bullshit. Fucking you have the likes of like Ben Shapiro out there right now being like, "Oh, you should be working to your dead because work will set you free." That's some Nazi bullshit.
Isn't Tim Pool that weird guy that has like a stuffed baby version of himself for sale on his store?
No, that's Matt Walsh.
Okay.
That's Matt Walsh. He is also a Nazi.
I get
Well, yeah, sorry. Well, if I want to give some, if I want to be more correct, Matt Walsh is a theocratic fascist. It's on his little fascist bird handle and all that bullshit. These people are fascists. Their whole point is to further the agenda of getting you to hate these people so they can more easily get by their draconian agenda to take your rights away. Like, it's plain as day. These people are mouthpieces for this bullshit.
I mean, I don't even think that these people, um, these kinds of people, like these assholes on the internet that promote this stuff, I think it's even simpler than that. I don't think that they are even really like fascists at heart. They just know that generating this kind of media attracts attention, and the algorithms on these social platforms reward like the rage that is driven from promoting this kind of
Oh, I think you're right with some of them. Yeah, but like your Ben Shapiro's,
yeah.
work will set you free bullshit. Like that dude's a fascist.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Walsh, he is a fascist. Like he is open about it. He loves the fact that he's a fascist. Uh, Tim Pool might not be a full blown fascist, but he is definitely helping the fascist agenda for sure. For sure.
If they're not actively doing it, they're all useful idiots for the agenda itself, right?
Oh, guaranteed, guaranteed. I mean, look at fucking. If we're going to be talking about big names here that are definitely fascists and Nazis, J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling recently has denied portions of the Holocaust, which, if you follow German law about the Holocaust, denying any portion of it makes you a fucking Holocaust denier. So, by definition, she is a Holocaust denier.
Yeah.
She is denying trans rights.
And she is threatening
And
to sue people who call her a Holocaust denier. So she's threatening to sue Germany.
right, go ahead and sue Germany. Have fun, JK. JK.
Jesus.
But it's just crazy because it's like this is a group that is a small, a very very small fraction of the population, the world population. And yet these people want to keep just stomping on them because they don't look or act like them. Just let them be who they want to be. Trans people have existed for all time. They have always been around. There's just been different labels and names to it. I mean, it's insane to me. It's insane to me.
I mean, there's been different cultural experiences. There's different all sorts of aspects to the experience that for some reason now they have become the target of all of the discontent from these groups because they're an easy target. They're a small target. They need a lot of help to defend them. They're such a small percentage of the population that it's enticing to these assholes to target them.
Well, and these people have history to go off of. They saw that it worked for the Nazis. Germany used to be at the forefront of research and of medical research and such for the transgender population. Like 100 years or more of research was lost to the burnings by the Nazis. And there's these people nowadays that are just cheering this type of shit on now.
I think one of the most disturbing things about it is like people always talk about like the genital mutilation aspect of like children who, go through go through surgery. And like there's all this uproar about it, but like 1,000% more of the population of like young women get breast augmentation surgery than get any sort of top surgery
Or bottom.
or bottom.
Because as far as I'm aware, bottom surgeries, unless it's medically necessary, like in the moment or something, will not be done until you're an adult.
And quite
There's
long
no
after that, too.
Yeah, there's no genital mutilation of children unless you're talking about where some young women, as they grow up, they have breasts that are way too big and need to be reduced in size. Otherwise, it's going to cause severe back issues as they grow up. Like, gender affirming care has always been around for straight people. Why is it okay for a straight person, or sorry, not I shouldn't say straight, but for like a cis person rather? Why is it okay for them but not okay for a trans person? Does not make sense to me. Does not make sense. I listened to this expose about this fucking turf that did all of this shenanigans of bullshit to be able to get hormone therapy and all that and show how easy it is to get through the process. Well, they have rich fucking insurance to be able to expedite. And despite the expedited process, was still over 6 months before there was even talk about top or bottom surgery.
I mean, when I was in college, I had a trans teacher, and she told me some of the stuff that she had to go through in order to get where she was. And
There's hoops.
yeah, there's hoops. I mean, we're talking about a grown woman at this point. Like, she was highly educated, successful, in her field, and had insurance, all of this stuff. And there was still more hoops for her to go through to get the most basics.
Yep. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild to me. And these people just want to freaking hate on them for simply existing.
Yeah.
Simply existing. Like, I have to wonder if these people ever sit back. Not the Matt Walshes, the Ben Shapiros, the Trumps and all them, but the regular everyday people. Do they ever just sit back and realize I'm angry at like my brother, my sister, my cousin, my mother, my dad, because these are people in your lives.
Yeah.
And I'm just simply hating them for simply being them. Do they ever just sit back and think that, you think? Because I don't.
No, that's a level of self-actualization that they have not reached.
It's insane to me. Insane to me.
But you know what? Like, at the end of the day, the best we can say is it makes it easier to identify the assholes out there in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, it is because, I'd rather know who my enemy is because I'm going to be the one standing in the way if given the opportunity. So,
yeah. I'm just gonna let's move on to something a little bit happier. Something we haven't talked about. We touched on this, I think, in one of the GM mode episodes, but the Mike Tyson Jake Paul boxing match that's coming up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We joked about him being able to destroy us, dude. Have you seen footage of him training?
Dude, it's wild.
I was joking before because I knew he could destroy me. I didn't know he was as in fighting shape that he is in right now. No, I wouldn't even get in the same building as Mike Tyson right now. He is a monster.
The man, he's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT when it comes to boxing. At least of the past 30 years, 40 years. Some of these training videos, man, Jake might die. He might die.
So there's a little bit about like the contract status about like him like not being able to be knocked out. Like Mike isn't allowed to knock him out, apparently. Apparently that's written in the contract. Somehow. Somehow.
How is that in the what?
Yeah.
This dude has knocked people out just by like tapping their nose, man. What?
Yeah, like there's still some developments. I'm not well versed in boxing regulations, but as of like right now, I don't think it's an officially like sanctioned match by the boxing commission. So they're trying to get it so it'll actually go on their record for.
Or the knockouts are gonna have to be allowed then, because knockouts are just a part of fucking boxing and happen sometimes.
Yeah. So like I think it's just like an unregulated exhibition match as it stands right now. I think they're trying to make it more legit. We'll see.
Otherwise, this is going to be very similar to the Mayweather and Logan fucking match,
Yeah.
like where it was just dancing the whole time.
I think they have like a standard number of rounds and a time limit set aside. I think they have assigned judges and things like that. I think it's just they're trying to find that like right area where okay, we won't let him kill the Paul brother.
But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm like they're literally trying to figure out how does he not die in the ring? Yeah. Because he is not prepared for this. This is real.
Like, it's been some years since we've seen Tyson in the ring. He might have mellowed out. I mean, the dude sells edibles now, partnered with Evander Holyfield that look like little ears.
I almost bought some. I almost bought some just to have it. Yeah, because there's a dispensary nearby that has them, and I thought about it, but they're expensive, so I have not done that.
I believe it. Look, I don't know if I actually want to watch this. Because I don't want to give, Jake Paul any of my money.
Yeah, but what if he dies, though? Then it's worth it.
Well, then it's worth it, but I'll just find, like, the live leak of it later of him dying in the ring, but it's recorded from the crowd.
That's a good point, yeah. Can they have this be in the Suicide Forest? Because I feel like we're about to watch a suicide with him purposely entering the ring.
I don't think they really want people to film there anymore.
Oh yeah, I can see why.
Yeah.
Just bringing it back. No, I feel like trying to get Tyson to agree to not knocking out knocking out the Paul boy is equivalent to giving Logan Paul your money for Dink Doink and expecting major returns.
The fuck is Dink Doink?
A scam that Logan Paul did. That's one of the many scams. Logan Paul's a scammer.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, have you seen advertising Prime?
Yeah, Prime. They're like, oh, it's sweet without all the sugars. It's like, dude, you just pumped it full of potassium. People can get poisoned by this shit.
Yeah, but
literally
shit about 12-year-olds that watch his content.
True. Like, or you can buy his app with the eggs, and you can grow your own NFT eggs, and you'll make so much money, and you don't because it's a scam.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is Mike Tyson, go nuts, brother.
Yeah, please.
Go nuts.
Destroy him.
And then go to SmackDown or WrestleMania, wherever you find the other Paul brother, and just, finish the job.
Yeah. I could see it happening.
I could too.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
No, I do believe, though, that at the end of the day, it will be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Back to the actual match, I think it'll be a bloodbath.
I kind of hope so. I mean, just looking at the footage of him, he looks more dangerous than I've seen him in years.
Dude, his pivots are so much stronger than they used to be. It's so good.
I think it's just like the muscle memory has kicked in for him. Like all those years is just like, no, we haven't gotten rusty at all. He hasn't lost a step. No, he's just ready.
He's like, wham, dude, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts.
Was he like 50? God.
No, I think he's 60.
He's 60? Jesus. Still.
I want to say he's 60. Yeah.
He is one of the most terrifying human beings to have ever existed. And I am glad that, he got his life straightened out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's still some stuff you don't bring up about him unless you want to get decked in the face. So I'm not bringing it up because out of most people in this world, he's one of the few I actually fear.
Yeah.
I don't fear many people. I fear him.
Yeah. Quick Google search shows him as 57. So you're right on there.
Yeah, I figured he had to be getting either at 60 or close to it.
Yeah.
Because Evander Holyfield was right around his age too. So.
Yeah, he's just one less year.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll watch the match. I won't pay for it. I'll watch it.
Oh, it's gonna be on Netflix.
Oh well, I already have Netflix, so I guess I'm paying for it.
Yeah, you're already paying for it. Yep. I think it's supposed to go down near the end of July in like Texas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So if they change this to being on international waters, then you know some shit's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, didn't somebody else try that?
Yeah, it's happened. I think Muhammad Ali fought on open water once.
Man, Muhammad Ali. Shout out to him. I think he's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame this year, right? Wasn't he the?
Yes, he is. Yeah, he was. Yep. For his guest referee spot and something else.
Yeah, good for him. There's a lot of people showing up in the Hall of Fame this year that I wasn't expecting, but I think that just goes to show that, like, okay, they're kind of trying to turn over a new leaf over at WWE.
Yeah, I feel like now that Vince is gone, it was possible for Paul Heyman to actually be inducted.
Yeah.
Don't think that was going to happen beforehand.
Yeah, same thing.
Personally.
Bull Nakano.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see her getting inducted without Vince being gone just because he didn't ever understand that, oh, hey, people like people. And,
yeah,
people who have been, massively influential, they deserve some respect. Even though
yep.
Not you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're seeing Mercedes move over to AEW right now.
God, you watched that debut, Big Business,
dude. Yeah, I enjoyed it. How about you?
I'm into it. Like, she's got the presence,
Yep.
She's got the on-screen presence. From what I understand, this is going to be a shift in sort of like their programming. So we're probably going to see, like at least Dynamite change over the next several weeks. You're probably going to see at least a segment focusing on her, and then like another women's segment separately from her, going forward.
Good.
On Dynamite.
Good.
So it's a step in the right direction.
It is because I feel like AEW's been trying to be more forward because that was kind of one of the initial thoughts when in creation, and I feel like in the early days they definitely were a bar or two above WWE when it came to women's wrestling, but they've lagged a lot over the past few years.
They really have.
But I feel like there's some turnaround now, especially with her being in. Focusing more on two different storylines at once will be good, and I think it might be able to battle the Bayley storyline better as well. So,
hopefully Bayley is okay. I saw the clip of her getting battered with that moonsault on Friday night. That was a little rough. I hope she's okay and she's good for WrestleMania this year. But quick side note just on AEW Dynamite on Big Business. That dude in the front row with the multiple signs, like, we miss Sammy, I paid to see Sammy. Like, dude, stop trying.
He broke protocol.
He stopped.
Yeah.
He's like officially been suspended for like a total of a week.
Right. Like, right.
It's okay. He can be gone for a little bit. You don't need to.
Exactly. The dude's just in a timeout, essentially.
Yeah. Like, he didn't get fired. He just got suspended.
And he's likely taken a class learning how to better follow protocol,
Well, even that, like, it's okay. He can be off TV for a little bit. The heart grows fonder with absences. Maybe Jericho can get suspended next.
Oh man, that'd be great.
And he's been on
Please.
way too much.
Way too many, dude. He's like the Hulk Hogan of AEW now.
Yeah, like I love Jericho, but dude, you need to take a break occasionally, just for a little bit.
Just go away for a little bit. Go home.
Go on tour
Go
with
ahead.
Ozzy.
Yeah. Forget about your insurrectionist wife.
Don't bring that up to him. Oh God.
Just do better.
Yeah.
Do better.
Just a little bit better.
Just a little.
Yeah. On the upside, though, we've gotten some great debuts besides Mercedes. I mean,
Yes.
Okada, holy
Dude,
shit.
yeah.
Osprey, come on, dude.
Dude, his match at Sting's retirement was baller.
Oh, Kanosuke.
Baller.
Oh
yeah.
my God. That wasn't putting the locker room on notice. It's like, okay, you thought you guys were doing good before. It's time to elevate.
Dude, and the speed at which some of these moves were being done, it just reminded me of old school New Japan, man.
Yeah. Like, for the people that weren't aware of what he can do, even though he's been on AEW, he's been on North American TV before. He's like, no, this is full time. This is all gas, no brakes.
Yep, you're getting everything now.
Yeah.
With Okada coming in, we're gonna see more of this. And Okada is like, he's like Mr. Precision, and I feel like the level of these matches are about to elevate tenfold now, even more.
Yeah, I was a bit curious how he was going to work on North American TV because, like, Okada is known for those, in New Japan, for the long, extended matches, the gauntlet matches that are one-on-one. And it's nice seeing him make this transition to, like, okay, no, I can work a different style and still get over,
Oh, yeah. And part of me wonders if he's the one that's going to help bridge that gap to get some of the American audience to start enjoying those type of matches more.
Oh, I guarantee it, especially with him going up against we got Eddie Kingston up this week Dynamite for one of his belts. We're definitely going to see probably a Danielson Okada rematch coming up.
Yes, guaranteed. Yeah. Guaranteed. You're going to get Osprey. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing, because I would love to see an Okada Omega match, but I don't know if he's going to be healed up enough.
I don't know either. I'm going to say, like, I want him to get healthy because, like, Kenny's my, like, all-time favorite wrestler. Legit.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing.
Like, at the end of the day, like, cleaner, get well, but I miss you.
Yep. Yeah. He's one of the big reasons I was, like, so glued to AEW, man. Yeah. I knew him from New Japan, and when you had told me he was in AEW and I started watching AEW, he was like, dude, like, his work with the Young Bucks and everything, just golden.
The whole story with him and Hangman.
Yeah.
That was the foundation of, like, the stories that they were telling in AEW for a minute there.
But I feel like with Okada being in now, there's going to be more push for Omega to want to get better, I bet.
Oh, I guarantee
he's going to want to face him again.
Yeah, although I think I was he's been streaming on Twitch recently.
Okay.
Set up to do that. He might be reviewing some matches in the future, but he's just been doing, like, I think, like, Street Fighter and stuff like that. But he was
awesome.
Like, as part of, like, one of the medical updates, like, no, he was, like, a day from getting, like, blood poisoning and dying. So he's got a long road back. He's listening to his doctors and
good
following their instructions because he's like, I don't know what I'm dealing with here, so I'm just sticking with the medical experts.
Man, it's wild to me. Wild. But yeah, I hope you get better soon, man. Take all the time you need. Well, I'll miss you. I cannot wait to see another One Wing Angel, man, because that move is so fucking baller.
Best Bout Machine is not any sort of hyperbole.
Dude. So good.
Oh my
but
God.
Okada being in, man.
I just quoted Brian Regan unintentionally.
Yes, you
Instead
did.
of saying hyperbole, I said hyperbole. Because in my head, I always think that is the epitome of hyperbole. Shout out Brian Regan.
That
I
is,
missed that dude. He was funny.
dude, super funny.
Yeah.
Love this stand-up, dude. So good.
Yeah.
But we got a lot to look forward to with AEW, honestly. I feel like we're looking up. Some of these Steelers storylines, I think, are going to get a lot of life put back into them.
And we have a new pay-per-view announced. We got Dynasty coming up.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Spending $50 to watch that one.
No, they've got a new deal, I think, through Fight TV, where you can get 3 pay-per-views in a package for $50.
Ooh, gonna have to do that because Bleacher Report is expensive.
Yeah, it is. God damn, I want them to get like a deal with like HBO Max or something like that.
Seriously, you know what, AEW, if you're listening, Bucks, you know what, bring us on. Matthew and Nicholas, yes, thank you. Don't want to get sued by them again. I have no kicks to give. You already gave off your kicks. I have nothing.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I could get some more, but they're going to be reps.
And they're just going to take them from us. Yeah. So just hire us, just hire us.
Yeah,
we will help you get these deals.
Yeah. I'll work for your the Olive Garden gift cards that you're giving out.
I will be the Cabana Boy.
The Cabana Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's wrap up there because I want to get into some divers too with you.
I mean, yeah.
I heard there's some flying bugs, even though the CEO is rejecting that notion.
I think I saw some flying ones before. I'm not gonna lie. Fairly certain we got attacked by some.
Yeah, and also there's been some blue beams, which might be indicating of something else nefarious. A new party entering into the fray.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gonna have to get into that. But yeah, everybody, if you liked Helldivers 1, check out Helldivers 2.
I guarantee you they probably are. If they liked Helldivers 1, they're jumping into 2. If you haven't heard of Helldivers 2, you should look into it. Super Earth needs your help.
And if you have $35 to spend and you're sitting there going, should I play Helldivers 2 or should I play the Battlefront collection? Definitely get Helldivers 2.
Yes, because
it's just worth it.
The Battlefront collection has shit the bed.
Yep, and I don't see any recovery personally, so...
maybe.
Not anytime soon. Maybe
not. Probably.
The beeps are in the wrong freaking tone. They're like 4 lower than they should be. No.
On that lower octave note, thank you for joining us on your night off. We'll see you next week with some more shenanigans. Until then, I've been Alex. That's been Derek. Remember to follow us on all the socials at Night Off Pod. Link in the description below for our merch. And, Derek's giving a little dance. Look at that. But thank you, and we'll see you on your next night off. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.